Alright, damn, a bit heavy. But yeah, a message to people in their 20s, and as someone who's in their 20s myself, it's a very weird age to be in. Now, a lot of people are at different stages in their life. Like, you get people who are getting married, for example. You get people who are like trying to find work, and everyone is on different stages of growth. I mean, like, look at anyone that you know. If you are in your 20s, everyone is doing different things. Like, some people are doing like teenage activities, other people are like doing adult activities, or you know, whatever that means to you. Again, that's all based on society and its structure and viewpoints, when it's not really the individual themselves. But that's not what this video is about. So everyone is on different stages of growth, and you probably have like a ton of interests. You have a ton of different choices that you can make in this age. Now, there's a lot of dreams you can choose from. There's a lot of like opportunities that we have nowadays, and this may confuse you because there's so many different choices. Like, nowadays people are talking about content creation, some people are talking about how degrees are becoming worthless, jobs aren't really paying as well as they should, etc, etc. Like, there's so many different choices now in terms of what you can do, and this comes at the cost of, again, analysis paralysis, where because you're given so much information, your brain isn't going to completely like get a grasp of everything that's going on, and it's going to confuse you. It's going to mean that you're going to start one project, give up, and because someone on social media has done it within apparently like 30 days, and you're questioning, why not you? Why didn't it happen to you? And then you might get into this victim mentality where you might start to think, oh man, the world is against me. Number one, the world is on your side as long as you show it. Hard work always triumphs. Through struggle, through like whatever kind of trials and tribulations you may be facing, it's always gonna be there, right? So it's all about trying stuff. I think in your 20s, I think it's all about experimentation, because we're young, and I'm not saying you're not young when you're 30 or 40, but when you have more responsibilities, it's gonna be a lot harder, right? I mean, if you've got kids, you've got like a mortgage or whatever that you got going on, right? It's gonna be a lot harder to start. I'm not saying it's not possible, but because this video is aimed for people in their 20s, I would say just try stuff, man. Honestly, figure it out, because how else are you going to find a solution? How else are you going to become self-aware if you're not going to try stuff? You're not going to figure it out. I mean, the best way to sort of really put yourself in them situations is to put yourself in them situations. So it's really important not to watch all these YouTube videos about like, maybe you want to start a business, or maybe you want to start content creation. Why not just try it? Why not start and figure out what works best for you? You're not those people who are behind the camera. Like, even myself, right? You're just you. So you should do what you do best based on your strengths and weaknesses. Now, again, if someone is trying to be an athlete, but they're good at doing something else, maybe they can find a way to collaborate between those two ideas and then figure out what works best for them based on that. Again, it can go on and on. If you're really good at management, maybe get a business management job. Maybe find a way to become a boss in terms of a project that you're really passionate about, not what everyone else is doing. Be unique and be individual, because you can definitely get to places by copying other people, and that probably is the best strategy. But I think ultimately, in terms of integrity and honor, the best thing to do is what stays true to you, but learn from the other people that are like trying to teach you in the industries that you want to get into, right? So if it is, again, content creation, because I'm posting on YouTube, I'm going to be specific about this for this example. You can look at a lot of people, like, for example, Kai Cenat, KSI. Now, they've been making content for ages, right? Before they even hit their sort of jackpot, before they hit their first million views. What do you think made them get there? Hard work, consistency, actually posting day in, day out. And you'll find a lot of Twitch streamers and a lot of content creators, who are on the same path as that. But a lot of them end up giving up. And this is why even things like content creation are so like looked up upon, because everyone quits at some point. Like 2 years, 3 years. For some people, it might even take 10 years. Now imagine spending 10 whole years every day on one craft, not seeing any results. Like, come on, man. At some point, it has to come, regardless. Like, if you really force your way through it, it has to at some point, man. And yeah, man, don't let your youth go to waste as a result of it. Try things one at a time, one project at a time. So again, if it's content creation you want to do, start by making maybe video game content or, you know, sports content, whatever you're into, right? Then you can start to bridge into other things and other things and other things. The main sort of aim of the game is to make that first step and start. And then you can also obviously try, if your thing is art, maybe try one painting, maybe try one virtual art. I mean, you got virtual art that's popping nowadays. You got people that are like doing a whole bunch of things within that. So just keep trying, man, keep trying. And at the end of the day, if you're too busy sort of, you know, missing the opportunities that come along to us every single day, where are you going to go? You know, they're all here to come and teach us, to make us better people. And success does not need to come for the results to occur. As long as we learn from today's mistakes, we can make use of tomorrow's opportunities, because there's always going to be an opportunity tomorrow in the grand scheme of things, right? Because it's infinite possibilities. You never know. Maybe you make one video, it goes viral, maybe not. But again, tomorrow there's always that extra opportunity to kind of chase after. So it's all about trying, man. Again, keep trying, whatever it is going to be, right? Because if you are someone that's like, you know, anti-job, anti-9 to 5 and all that stuff, at least try for other things. At least give it your all. And if you didn't give it your all, those are translatable skills. Now again, if we do tie this into things like business, right, there are so many startups that have failed. I think it's like 80% or something like that you can Google. Now, those people, before they actually hit their big venture, like even KFC, for example, right, I'm pretty sure the guy made it at 65 because he tried at some point, and he probably had multiple ventures that failed, failed, but at the end of the day, what ended up happening? He ended up succeeding. And that's the point, because you can't stop trying. So again, try that sport, try that art piece. And this is super important, because these are things that you can look back on once you kind of find the right path to step on. And like I said, in the beginning, and this is where most people fail, right, you're probably not going to get any results because you're going to suck, right? It's like starting a video game. When you start a video game and you've got no experience, you're not going to get anywhere. You still have to do the tutorial, you still have to progress. You ain't going to go to the boss level in one day or 2 days because some random internet entrepreneur told you that that's the case. It's not like that. You actually have to put in work and hours. And I think that also comes from having a purpose. And that's where strengths and weaknesses come into play, because when you have a lot of strengths and you can really like use them to your advantage, like if you're good at talking, do things that involve talking, and then find something that you like talking about and keep talking about that. Like that's just one example, right? But a lot of people are too sort of in their egos, where they sort of think that, oh, I have to do this because this person done it right, and I'm too scared to fail, and I'm too scared for this. Don't let fear run over you. And even if it does, at least try. Keep trying. 1 year, 2 year, 10 years. Come on, man. You have to be in there day in, day out, man. And that's where luck really meets opportunity. Preparedness, sorry. That's the quote? I don't think that's the quote. But basically, luck comes when opportunity meets preparedness. So always be prepared for that, man. Yeah, so at the beginning, you're not going to get any results. And I'm not saying this in a sort of pessimistic way, but because people are so attached to the outcome rather than going through the stages of learning. Like, one person might learn quicker than another person, but does that mean that they're more successful in the long run? No, because if everyone is unique and everyone has this sort of part to play in this grand scheme of things, then why, like, what if years down the line, the person who was slower to learn in the beginning excels the person who learned fast, right, in any kind of direction? So really take that on board, man. Again, don't be attached to the outcome. Life is unpredictable, especially your 20s, because you're going to be trying like multiple 10s, 20s of different projects and different things to really get to know yourself better. Have this outcome. The goal of this project or this thing that I'm trying to go after is to learn more about myself, to become more self-aware, to learn the good and the bad of different industries, because these are things you can carry over to the successful project. Like I said, if you have, say for example, you want to try and get into business, you have multiple businesses that failed, this sort of, that kind of mindset can translate to something else like art in some way, shape or form. I don't know right now, but if I had to think about it, there is some translatable skills that you can take from business to art, because again, maybe if you're trying to sell the art piece, maybe you can use your business skills there. So it's not like you're wasting time, you're just making yourself better and better and better through the ways that you don't really know. And you kind of have to learn to sort of fit within the ambition, and once you sort of like get rid of that sort of outcome of success only, you'll be okay. At some point in time you'll make it, and I'm here to say you will make it if you do try it every single day. And the reason why I'm making this video is because it's more of a gentle reminder to myself and the world not to give up, not to give in, and to kind of forge your way forward despite all of the times that you're going to trip over, because you will trip over. It's guaranteed. And you're going to be confused. Like if you've got multiple pathways, right, that are all foggy, you still need to go through them. You still need to fall through them in order to get to the right path that you want to sort of go upon, right? If there's 3 paths, you try all 3 of them. One of them is bound to work. If not, it will lead you to the right path, because you can only move forward in life, whether that's through age, whether that's through wisdom or anything. So I kind of want to look back on this video in like 5 years time, from creating content. So I gave a lot of content examples, right? Now this channel is just a hobby, but I think a big part of it can help a lot of people. So that's why I kind of want to keep on doing what I'm doing, because I like helping people, I like talking, and if I can help people, I'm happy, you know. So 5 years time, let's see where I will be, and it's more of a thing to show that other people can do it, because I've been posting every single day regardless of anything. Recently I haven't, since I hit 1k, because I made a promise to myself that I was going to post every day until I hit 1k, and I never gave up on that. So that's proof of that. So in the next 5 years, let's try and aim for some bigger things, and I can look back on this and I can be like, wow, I really did what I was going to say, because my word is powerful and your word is powerful too. So there is hope for you even during the dark times. Take what you will from that, and please don't feel like you're a burden. All right, you can do this. Just put in effort as much as you can every day. As for work-life balance and things like that, when it comes to stuff like this, in the beginning there won't be, because you're at the stage of learning. So really dedicate yourself to the craft, and then once you get better at it, it becomes easier and easier. So really get that willpower and that purpose. Really think why you want to do what you want to do, and not because of other people, but for yourself. So I suggest you spend time alone by thinking about that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.